Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video titled How 500 Poles Became Black. First of all, I hate the word black and I hate the word white. Two words that I absolutely hate because humans are neither those two things. I absolutely hate it. But either ways, for the sake of this video, we're going to have to work with that. But this video was recommended by a lot of people, if I'm not mistaken. But the recommendation that I'm going off of, you can see that on the screen. But yeah, we're gonna check out this video because this is hella weird. So without further ado, man, let's get right into this video.
These men are black. As you might have noticed, they are also very white. What happened? What's going on? Just why? The short answer is that these guys from Poland decided to fight in one of the ugliest wars of all time for the sake of Haitian independence and were awarded with honorary blackness. But
if I could ever rewrite this damn script in this world, I would take out the black and white. I hate those freaking words. I hate it. Can we just be Polish? God, man. Good God. I hate the black and white shit. I hate it. It's so dumb. Because nobody's actually white and nobody's actually black. It's dumb. It's one of the dumbest shit ever. Oh, it's just like the back in the day when you used to have levels to being white. I hate that shit. Can we just go back to being tribes and shit like that? I like that more. Damn.
I think that raises more questions than it answers. So let's see if we can find a little more context.
Okay.
For a few hundred years, right around the end of the Middle Ages into the Renaissance era, Poland was a great power on par with England, Spain, France, Germany, you name it. The Polish government was also way ahead of its time in giving power to a parliament instead of the king. But being one of the first constitutional monarchies in Europe, the Polish parliament had a few bugs to work out. Poland was so incredibly committed to the idea that all noblemen are created equal, that every single member of parliament was trusted with the nuclear option. Any member of parliament at any time could utter the phrase, "I do not allow it," and whatever law was being debated would immediately fail. And also, the entire parliamentary session was ended. And also, every other law that had been passed in that session was canceled. This was a sacred power, and frankly, very stupid. People abused the hell out of this, and the Polish government could literally not do anything unless every single piece of legislation was passed.
Just imagine if that was how voting was in today's politics. I ban this. No. Okay, wipe it out. Let's do this. No. Humans are so freaking weird that we'll see a good idea and we'll say no to it just so we can do the idea. We're selfish pieces of shit. And it's that simple. I don't give a damn. I'm human just as much as everybody else. But the truth is just the truth. Just like most politicians, they're selfish as shit. Most people think that politicians are trying to make a better place. No, they're trying to put their name in this damn history book. That's what they try to do. Anyways.
Unanimously. All of Poland's neighbors quickly discovered they also could abuse the hell out of this system, because if Poland ever did anything they didn't like, all they had to do was bribe one single MP and they could bring the entire Polish government to its knees. Poland was so weak that by the late 1700s, the only people passing laws in Poland were the Russians. The Russian ambassador was literally walking through the Polish capital, arresting Polish politicians, and nobody could stop him. The people of Poland finally created a second parliament, which was exactly the same as the first parliament, but without the nuclear option. But by then, it was too late. As soon as the Polish people started trying to pass reforms, Poland was carved up by its neighbors, and the Polish army stood no chance. So now there's no more Poland, but there's still a bunch of Polish soldiers who don't want to fight for the people who just conquered them. They really miss having a representative government and would kill for a chance to liberate Poland. And guess what? France would be very interested in liberating Poland because, thanks to the French Revolution, everyone in Europe is out to get them and they desperately need allies. Also thanks to the French Revolution, France is fighting for liberty and equality. At least, mostly. The French Revolution played out a little differently in Haiti. Haiti is a poor country today, but Haiti in the 1700s was a gold mine. Haiti's
Really?
sugar exports were worth almost as much as all of the exports from the entire United States of America. But that sugar export was sustained by slavery on an enormous
Yes, that's the problem, you know. That's the damn problem. Majority of these countries, like, it's quite unfortunate, and I'm not being a hater. Most of these countries are and were great, but they got ran through. They got ran through because of this whole slavery shit. It sucks because the truth is, the world is far from equal. Meaning, it's not on a level playing field. So, you know, you have China over there, you got America over there, then you got Germany, and all the other top 10 countries, Canada. We have top 10 countries, but when you start going down the list past like 50, the 50th country, and you start comparing 51 to number 1, it's like, it's a night and day thing, you know, because unfortunately some countries went through hell, some didn't.
Every year, tens of thousands of people were piled into ships and taken to Haiti. You don't want to look down there.
I hate this guy for making me laugh at that. I hate him. I hate him. Absolutely hate him. I absolutely hate him. You don't want to look down there. Yeah, because it was really bad. I think this was what I was comparing the Holocaust to, and a lot of people said that no, it's bullshit. But I genuinely believe that the slavery was very similar to the Holocaust. Why? Because they did the exact same thing. They trapped them and tied them up. And they had to lay in their own messes, and they dehumanized them, cut their winkers off. Dudes had to R-word their own mothers. That's why the word mother ever comes like it was terrible if you actually learn the history of it. So that's why I compared it to the Holocaust, because I don't see anything in modern history that is anything comparable to the Holocaust. And likewise, slavery, there's nothing comparable to it outside of the Holocaust. That's why I compare them, because in my humble opinion, I think they're very comparable to me. You guys can let me know what you think.
It's bad. So bad that about 15% of people down there die before they ever see land again. But France keeps bringing in ships full of Africans instead of using the people already enslaved in Haiti. Why? Because thanks to all the yellow fever, 50% of people brought to Haiti as slaves died in their first year. That statistic alone is a very good reason for people to run away, as if the enslavement wasn't enough. So, the French planters decided to make the punishment for disobedience worse than a 50% chance of death by mosquito. Whippings are just the beginning. The French used burning, castration, and that's after the king
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. They cut your thing off. Crazy.
passed a bunch of laws saying what you couldn't do to slaves. French Haiti is practically Caribbean Auschwitz, and the French have been running it.
That's what I was trying to say in my previous videos. Like, the slavery shit ain't no joke. It's literally similar. Very similar.
For 100 years. So the French are... And the French have been running it for 100 years. So the French are a little afraid of an uprising, considering they're outnumbered by their slaves by, what, 10 to 1? And then the French Revolution happens, and the French government declares all people are free and equal. This caused quite a bit of controversy back in Haiti. How is that ambiguous? All people are free and equal. No, all people are free and equal. Anyone who isn't free and equal isn't a person. To hell with France! Think how much money we could make on our own! We would finally be free to treat our slaves however we want. I'm thinking...
Yeah, it's the craziest thing about all these slavery shit, and all of these, you know, capturing type of shit. Like, it's so messed up because what makes it messed up is this, right? I could be here and I'm holding people hostage as slaves, right? But I have a bigger boss who can tell me what the hell to do. That's the craziest thing. So it's slavery, the whole situation is like a huge manipulation where it's like you're taught and told you're better than that person in order for that person to not rebel. right? And it's one of the most messed up shit because why do you think I hate the word white and black? Because pretty much the word white, in my humble opinion, is unity by division. It's a word to unite by division. So, in other words, Europe fights. In other words, to allow things to progress without falling, guess what? You create unity. So instead of saying, I'm French, I'm this, I'm Polish, I'm Russian, you say, I am white. We are white. So we're together. We're one. And then it creates division because if other people are not seen as white, then it, you get the whole 9 yards. I don't have to break it all the way down, right? So that's why I don't like that word because it's not real. It's just a mental state because it's not real.
Iron Maidens. I'm thinking acid attacks. I reckon we could do that thing where you coat them in honey and lock them in a boat with a bunch of fire ants. The Haitian Revolution began with a slave uprising in 1791. The rebels believed that the French government would be on their side, what with the freedom and equality and all, but actually, the French government gave citizenship to black Haitians who were already free, ruling that black people had rights except for the ones that didn't. The start of the revolution was a sordid, bloody affair, but as the rebels began to organize, they centered around a man named Toussaint Louverture. Louverture was willing to work with the French, even the plantation owners, to rebuild Haiti into a place where all men are equal. The white plantation owners said, that noise. They're so upset over the free black people being citizens, they ask Britain to pretty please come conquer them so they can continue being asshats. Britain says, did somebody say asshats? And sends a whole bunch of teenage soldiers to go get yellow fever in the name of autocracy, slavery, and discrimination. After all, the British don't want their captives over in Caribbean Dachau getting any ideas. But there's hope! In order to stop Haiti from falling into British hands, the French governor decides to work with Louverture's rebels. He passes a decree abolishing slavery in Haiti. But it's going to take more than that. Louverture knows the governor could reissue slavery tomorrow if he wanted to, so the governor takes the matter to Paris. And in a historic victory for humanity, the French government declared, "Representatives of the French people, until now our decrees of liberty have been selfish and only for ourselves. But today we proclaim it to the universe, and generations to come will glory in this decree. We are
No, that's the messed up part, because they pretty much strip the country of everything, and then then I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Claiming universal liberty. Slavery was abolished across the French Empire. How's that for an olive branch? The governor and the rebels worked together to drive out the British, and those teenagers die for nothing. Huzzah! Take a minute, hold on to those happy feelings, and kiss them goodbye. We haven't talked about the Poles yet, which means
that's what I was wondering about. Where's that part?
This video is not over. In 1799, Napoleon is in charge of France, and he writes a new constitution for the empire. One that is noticeably less rah-rah about human rights and citizenship. In fact, he's very clear that colonies are going to be getting special rules that are different from the way things work in France. To Louverture, who is now the governor of Haiti, that sounds a lot like slavery's coming back. So in 1801, Louverture says, colonies get their own rules, awesome, here's Haiti's rules. Under no circumstances can slavery come back, and also I'm governor for life. Napoleon is not amused. He sees Louverture's constitution as a call for secession, and the war begins all over again with a whole new cast of characters. To reclaim Haiti, Napoleon sends his general and brother-in-law, Charles Leclerc, and gives him 2 secret instructions. When Leclerc arrives, Louverture and his army retreat and burn down the city of Le Cap, and Leclerc is surprisingly cool about it. He writes letters to Louverture saying, "No worries, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Whenever you're ready to surrender, we've got money and a job all lined up for you, no chains attached." Though Louverture put up a hell of a fight, including one battle that supposedly degraded into 6 hours of the French and Haitians beating the life out of each other with their bare hands, at a certain point, for reasons that aren't entirely clear to me, Louverture surrenders himself to Leclerc. "You fought with honor, sir. And now I'm going to open my first secret envelope here, and Oh, you are going to rot in jail. Bon
Bro, this is some dumbass shit, bro. Why does he have to have that type of vocal tone? You are going to rot in jail. I hate this video like so much right now. Absolutely, what the hell? But it's really stupid to surrender. Like, it's one of the most stupid things. Like, if you're playing defense, never surrender. Never, ever, ever surrender if you're playing defense. It's likely a trap. Let's be just freaking real with ourselves, bro.
voyage! Louverture was gone, but Leclerc did line up some political appointments for some of the other defectors. Without their leadership, more and more Haitians lay down their arms, and the war is nearly over. But before the war is finished, Leclerc reveals his second secret envelope. We're bringing back slavery! Woohoo! Go team! Yeah, so all the other...
Can we stop with this woohoo? Can we just have a normal voice for that guy? Like, why?
Haitian bringing back slavery! Woohoo! Go team! Yeah, so all the other Haitians that had surrendered immediately unsurrender, and the French are shocked that the people who just fought a war to escape slavery are unhappy about being enslaved. Well, if that's how it's gonna be, France may as well turn this into an all-out race war. The last thing Leclerc did, before dying of yellow fever, was to order every black person in the city of Le Cap to be drowned. Mind you, Leclerc was occupying Le Cap, so the only people he succeeded in killing were the ones who were still on his side. The guy who took over after Le Cap, named Rochambeau, was even worse. Rochambeau could make a Klansman blush through his hood.
Woo! I've met one of these before, you know. It was a pretty good interaction, I can't even lie to you. Yeah, he was a part of the KKK, man. It was a pretty good interaction, I can't lie. But that's where and how you got to be more careful with people, you know, when the interactions are pretty good, you know. It's kind of crazy, but hey, I'm really sorry for these people, dog. I'm like, it's so messed up. Like, the greed of humanity, like this is all greed, bro. When the Poles are gonna come in, bro?
He shows up in Haiti and sees all the people being hanged and shot and thrown into the ocean with sacks tied over their heads, and he decides it's time to take things up a notch. War crimes are such a hassle, am I right? Don't you wish you could use that time to commit more war crimes? Now you can! With my patented fumigational sulfurous baths, you can gas hundreds of POWs at once. On top of inventing the gas chamber, Rochambeau imported 15,000 attack dogs trained to maul anyone who wasn't white. He made the dogs racist. And now we can talk.
Bro, y'all see what I'm talking about when I say the Holocaust, and this is very much comparable, right? Like, I never knew about this dog shit. Dog shit, what?
Talk about the Poles again. Racist
Finally.
dogs is not what the Polish Legion had signed up for. Napoleon didn't even mention that they were being sent in explicitly to enslave an entire country of people. He told them they were just being sent to put down a prison revolt. They joined the French army believing that Napoleon would one day liberate their homeland from oppressors, and now here they were in Haiti doing the oppressing. So a bunch of them just left.
It's the truth. Never trust somebody who's a freaking oppressor. Never trust them. They'll stab you right in the back. Never try to be on the side of the freaking cycle, thinking they're gonna help you. They're not. They're gonna just screw you over just the same, bro.
I mean, they couldn't get back to Europe, but about 500 or so walked out and fought for the Haitians instead, knowing they might never see their homeland again. It was a very brave and selfless act. Unfortunately, their new Haitian commander was also very excited about this whole race war thing. After the French tried to spring slavery on Haiti again, the man who came to lead the Haitian Revolution was named Dessalines. He'd fought alongside Toussaint Louverture, but he had a very different way of doing things. Dessalines believed in an eye for an eye, and brother, there were a whole lot of eyes to pay for. He and Rochambeau spent the rest of the war playing tit-for-tat war crimes. Rochambeau hanged 500 black people. Dessalines found 500 white people and stuck their heads on spikes. Rochambeau had his gas chambers, Dessalines had saws, and fire. The war itself may have been the least brutal part of the war. One observer noted how all the soldiers were really excited for a big battle because it meant they had a chance to get shot and die in a few seconds instead of living long enough to get captured or contract yellow fever. Gradually, the war shifted in favor of Dessalines. Rochambeau abandoned the capital city, but about 100 white people had stayed behind to pledge their allegiance to Dessalines and a new Haiti. When Dessalines arrived, they welcomed him as a hero. With a tear in his eye, Dessalines told them, "This kindness, this love, this equality, I did not think it still existed in this world. This had better be the last of it." And he hanged them all. Even when the war was over, Dessalines' mission wasn't finished. Kill all the whites. We shall have their skin for parchment, their blood for ink, and the
That's sad. That's sad. I hate this part because it's real life, you know? Usually when you fight the bad guy, you become the bad guy. And I hate that part of the story.
bayonet for a pen. What about those whites? But those whites are black. The only exception to Dessalines'
What the hell?
policy of racial extermination was the Poles in his army, who were probably feeling really uncomfortable about this whole situation, but they were in way too deep to say anything. So Dessalines might have turned Haiti into a different kind of dystopia, but at least slavery was abolished once and for all. Until Dessalines forced everybody to work in the plantations again. And then Dessalines got assassinated.
What? I told you, when you beat the bad guy, you become the bad guy. I hate this shit. I hate this story. Damn.
Haiti split in half, the northern half became a literal monarchy again, and then France came back demanding reparations for the war they lost, and Haiti spent the next 200 years in disorder and poverty.
Damn.
Moral of the story is, the Poles and the Haitians just can't catch a break.
This video was, it was a good video. I can't lie to you. It was a good video, but damn, this shit was all emotional, man. Like, up, down, good, bad. Like, the Dessalines, or whatever his name was, the last ruler in the Haitian thingy. Oh my gosh, man. I just knew he was gonna become that monster, bro. Like, 90% of the times, dude, like, once you go through something extremely bad, it turns you into someone extremely bad or extremely good. It's either ways, but usually it's the bad. It's so sad, dude. Like, damn. I was rooting for Brody, but damn, Brody became the monster. Shit! Whatever, man. It is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. This was a really interesting video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm out of here. Peace.